Never thought I'd one day be riding a train that's literally the incarnation of him.
I wonder what the real Astral Express feels like. Hopefully not this, bumpy.
Finally. We're here. Dust and sand in the air. And crumbling ruins all around.
This heat is brutal. Not even the Trailblaze can take it.
You could say this prison was forged from Phainon's fury.
But fury never lasts forever. That's why we're here. Right, friend?
Let's embark on the final flame chase journey.
So this is what lies at the end of the West Wind. A ravaged battlefield. I've been waiting for you, heroes from beyond the sky. Trailblazers of the Astral Express, right?
Looks like I don't need to explain anything.
I am the god of strife, mighty of Castrum Kremnos. In this body rests 30 million lifetimes of cause and effect. We, the last of the 12 Titans, stand ready to fight for the world's destiny. Indeed, that journey remains vivid in my memory. I will not forget it. The past remains vivid in my mind. Even the sights along each crossing of the River of Souls have never been clearer. Let alone the companions along the Flame Chase journey. Or Cyrene from Aedes Elysiae. And you, the 13th Titan.
Well, I guess my identity's not a secret anymore. That means her sacrifice. And everything she did wasn't forgotten by the world, right?
She was the first Ripple. She should have reached the end of the story with everyone else. Since you've taken up her pen, then write. Stand with us, and fight destiny with all your strength, until all is settled. Then, inscribe her name in the epilogue of the epic. In this final battle, calamity shall stand with Amphorius. This battlefield is a testament to the death struggle between the gods and the Black Tide. We fought tooth and nail to defend that blade. The abyss it pierced was the very breeding ground of Iron Tomb.
The earth beneath our feet is dead. Deep below lies a void, as if the world's core had never formed. I hear it. Phainon's heartbeat. It's so faint, like he's on his last breath.
Across 30 million cycles, I've crossed blades with Dawnmaker countless times. If you knew that man, you'd understand. It is exactly that last flicker of flame that will never go out. In this life, the Song of Strife shall not end in a final watch over Kremnos, but rise again into a journey unending. I am Mighty Mos, the Lance of Fury. I trade 1,000 scars and 100 lives of mine for the destruction's eternal end. Weakling.
Whoa, he's so strong. We didn't even get a chance to jump in.
Sadly, our golden blood shares its origin with Iron Tomb. I fear that, like these pawns, even if the gods stand side by side, will still be divided and destroyed, one by one.
You mean...
To destroy the destruction itself, we must stand as one. Take this. The Signet of Kremnos. It has witnessed every birth and death of mine. It is Mighty's unfinished destiny. And the perfect material to be turned into remembrance. You can do it, right?
The weight of 30 million lifetimes of duty is no small burden.
So, you're not coming with us?
Come now. I am strife. Scattered across all creation, the scar that this world needs. What stands before you is merely one of countless divine bodies. Take the signet. With it, I'll be with you always. Use it to blaze the path ahead and inscribe the cause of deliverance. In the name of the mortal, Mighty, champion of strife, this soul rises to the stars for glory and freedom, to have his wish fulfilled. March on, heroes. March into the abyss and fulfill that long-cherished wish of Amphorius. And then, upon this broken and charred land, build anew a city of prosperity.
Oh, finally! Gray mystery. And, you two ladies, really look alike, huh? Hold on. Let me guess. This pink-haired one. You've got to be the first newsboar. Mr. Meow. Demiurge. Right. And, this one with the flower. Gotta be little Marge from the Express crew, huh?
Do we really look that alike?
He's saying we're both special in our own way, right?
Relax, I'm just kidding. Look at those gloomy faces. How are you gonna save the world like that? Let me share some good news with you. This place may look like a ruin at first glance, but anyone can tell it's not that simple. Look, I dug 3,000 feet down and finally struck gold.
A golden feather.
Look familiar? It's from that little deliverer boy. If it's showing up here, it means only one thing. This ruin is the seal he built from the shattered remains of 30 million lifetimes.
There is no need to question your heart. No need to crave victory. If I am born to be a vessel of sin, then I shall roar at evil and trailblaze a dawn for future generations to come.
I see. So this is how he trapped Iron Tomb to buy time for the world outside.
Sounds just like him. People say cats have 9 lives, but dying and coming back millions and millions of times. No one walks away from that in one piece. He's probably the only one who could have endured that. Of course. I knew ahead of time and gave him a heads up. He was happy. He even laughed in his sleep. After all, the dead can't hear Trickery's lies. Hey, Deliverer Boy. Sorry for before. But the heroes you were always holding out for, they're finally here now. So hang in there a bit longer. Sorry to keep you waiting all this time.
Please, join us, Cypher. Help us fight for a new sunrise tomorrow.
This time, its light will stand without lies.
Well, would you look at that? I ended up being one of the heroes after all, huh? Alright, then write it like this. Cypher, Trickery's traveler. All she ever wanted was for there to always be water in deserts, and gold in fertile soil. And for even a thief to steal their way into legend. Here, take the coin of whimsy. When it's time to make a quick getaway, just toss it high into the sky. And for all you latecomers out there, listen up. She might have been a bit greedy and a bit of a liar, but she never went back on her word.
I'm glad to see you again, Mister.
Casterus.
Looking back, I had only one act of salvation to my name, and only one life I ever saved. To bring hope to a world so vast with these hands. Even in dreams, it always felt like too much to ask for. I won't forget.
Flame Reaver. Why is he here?
This is the first Castellana, and Lord Phainon's deepest wound. He remembered everything he bore through the fires of his fury, but when the embers faded, all that remained was cold regret. I've restrained countless vessels like this across endless cycles, but this one, the pain he carried runs deeper than any I've known.
Maybe he's been waiting here. Just for us.
Waiting for his former enemies to stand before him again.
What answer does he hope for from us?
Well, obviously. Even if I had to go through hundreds of billions of cycles again, I would still entrust my weakness to you. So, let go of your regret, comrade. Its purpose is served. You don't need it anymore.
Hey, I'm not that accommodating, you know. You've never once pulled your punches. Ever heard of going easy on a lady? So pull yourself together, will you? If you freeze up during the final battle, the whole cosmos is gonna have a good laugh.
Yes. Please trust in us, wandering soul. Across 30 million cycles, the radiance of every flame chaser now shines bright enough to illuminate the path ahead. I ask you to rest here, and may this grieving soil bear the bloom of acceptance.
No earthquakes. It's surprisingly quiet.
Perhaps Kazlana has found his peace.
There's another possibility. This may not be the only seal he left behind.
Then, I suppose it's my time to set out with you. Please take this Antilla flower with you. I believe that if anything could speak for Casterus, this ordinary, resilient bloom would be more than enough. Perhaps you remember, Lord Mighty. In that lifetime when you traveled with him, you once told me, control what little you can, and when fate's inescapable grasp comes,
Resist it with the strength of your mighty will.
I think I've done it. I've stood tall and walked among the flame chasers. Casting off the name of death, Casterus, servant of the afterlife. May her name be etched into the stars. And then live as a human and die as one.
Not budging an inch, huh? Really, Gray Mystery? I leave you alone for a bit and you're already this rusty.
Speaking of which, Miss Cypher, do Delosians all like spherical things?
Of course we do. Wait! That's not the point. Isn't the real issue that this thing's in the way?
Oh, right! It's my turn to shine now? Watch this! The fresh power of time!
Remember Orynyx's prayer?
Well, of course I do! Come on, give me some credit. Lift the beddings of memory and stir up ripples of past reverie. Look, the blade down here's already snapped.
Just like his mind, shattered and broken. But that light, it looks familiar. Yes, it's the world-cleansing blood. Still shimmering. After all this time.
I've been waiting so long for you, Grayy, Danny, and...
So that makes 3 adorable pink-haired girls.
Huh? Told ya. Let someone else say that kind of stuff.
I'm glad we're all getting along so well.
Hyacinth, did you awaken this golden light?
That's Lord Phainon's lingering divinity. The sky merely reflected its tracks. The golden blood has not faded. We should respond in kind.
That's one huge harp.
The strings tremble as the people on the surface wage war and cry out. Miss Clementine, Mr. Krateros, and countless others who have heeded Grey's call. Guided by the rainbow, they're sending back good news, all to the same tune.
Amphorians need not bow, even when destiny is unveiled.
I knew you could all hear it too. Standing here, the sky feels wider than ever. It's no longer a towering wall, but a shore within reach. We'll take every name there with us, won't we?
We will.
An epic is shaped by the lives it carries. That much is beyond doubt. Or, as you've said before, right now, all that matters is to believe.
Then, I guess that's my little wish fulfilled. Pluck the strings, Hyacinth, healer of the sky. May the seven-hued melody weave a rainbow, bringing a rosy-fingered dawn to the children of humanity. When the rainbow rises across the horizon, even the darkest clouds of destiny shall scatter. The melody, it's changed. He heard the voices of the people, but could no longer respond with the same ardor. Like a bird drawn home by instinct. It takes flight and finds its way to him.
You're here. Sooner than I expected. So all along, the Demiurge was you. The pink mammal beside the Trailblazer.
Your classification is pretty spot on, Professor Anaxa.
Well, the sages of the Grove do call him the Titan with the sharpest eye in Amphorius.
Say the ones who keep dumping every problem child on me.
They also say that the Titans are way better at raising kids than the Caprists. With great power comes great responsibility. I'm sure you know just how to guide them, right?
It shouldn't be too hard for someone with your insight.
Exactly. All right, gather yourselves. It's time for a pop quiz.
Whoa, this is way more hardcore than the happy-go-lucky stuff at Paperfold University.
The final battle is upon us, and the reinforcements still can't get through. No matter how many times I tell him, he just can't seem to manage the rear line properly. See those crystals? They carry the wishes of deliverance, like insects trapped in amber and resin. This is the task Phainon left behind. Retrace the path once taken, draw forth those wishes from the crystals, and carry them into the final battle. I've tried, but I can't move them alone. And as for why, well, I'm sure you all know the answer.
The conviction to save the world weighs far heavier than the world itself.
In other words, as the hero within his heart, this challenge is practically made for you, isn't it?
even has dramatic effects now?
Endless darkness. That is where wishes begin.
But with just a glimmer of light, we can illuminate this lonely world.
The light's spreading.
These creatures, they're everywhere. Someone, anyone, where are you?
His very first wish was simply to become his village's little hero. He'll never forget what set him on this path.
That's the ray of hope. Just like the wishes he gathered, it's grown ever more insatiable.
The blaze was still not enough. It had to be fed. Only by feeding the flames can we melt that hopeless future.
The echo in his heart still lingers. Deliverer, take the wish of world-bearing with you first.
We only have half of the mark. Where's the other half?
Take this. I'll bring you to the next test. That massive tome you're holding must have room for one more scholar, I presume.
Of course. It can hold the whole world.
Then give me a lift, would you? I'd rather save my energy and use the time to think.
Even gods shouldn't skip exercise, you know?
Miss Hyacinth is right.
Then, with the Trailblaze as witness, the stars shall remember how Anaxagoras refuted the gods.
No need for that. Anaxa, scholar of reason. Keeping it simple makes it easier for future minds to question. Go. The closing act is still far ahead.
It seems like we've been shut out.
I don't think that's a bad thing. Great, Fry! You finally made it!
No laws, no opposition. Just a dying beast and the flame-chased spirit of shared hatred. Ugh, boring. Whoa! This place is really out of the way.
Imperator, should we tell them?
It's your call.
Allow me to share our findings. This paradise, along with the destruction, seems to be instinctively rejecting both the Imperator and me. Perhaps it is because the era in which Phainon was the most active lies far removed from the days of the first flame chase journey. Even in the cycles where he remained sane, his ties with us never went beyond cooperation.
Even trapped in a cage, he hasn't let down his guard. That is a good sign. That man's heart may seem hollow, but his hatred is clear. Naturally, it holds no place for a monarch who stands above the world, nor her blade. Wait, so you two can't come with us? You want us to join you as memories?
Indeed. This way, the stars shall remember a great sovereign and her faithful retainer. Saridra, monarch of law, and High Sealins, knight of the ocean.
Is that book truly the only way for us to leave our names in history?
I believe, as I've written, is but one medium. The remembrance has countless ways of capturing time.
Understood. Then, allow me to decline. I'll see you on the battlefield. I would rather be forgotten than be defined. If your words hold true, then we have our own ways to meet again in the world to come.
In that case, I will choose the same. Let the waves that surge within your heart cleanse the sins of the Black Tide, Greyfry. The Starborn Sea awaits your song of triumph.
You two are still as resolute as ever. In that case, we must double our efforts. A promise to the Imperator is not one we take lightly.
Whoa! There's another one! Over here, too.
Lady Trebios?
Wow! You're little Reenie? You look so grown up all of a sudden! She is not the Cyrene we remember. She is the Demiurge, Titan of Genesis, the one destined to work miracles alongside the heroes. Yeah, and we are ready. But Trian and I can't leave just yet. You see, weird stuff keeps popping up everywhere. These scattered scrolls are full of terrifying things, and they're all over the room. They're so scary and so sad. Good thing Trian's wings are amazing, or we would have been swallowed up. We need to stay here and do our best to clean them up.
Scrolls filled with horrifying content. Friend, shall we take a look?
Who?
Miss Odata and Mr. Hieronymus?
Nikos 496, still resisting? Command, inject interference to redirect decision logic. Signal simulation. Parental figures.
Ah, that Tin Man is one sneaky jerk.
It's time to move on, my child. Let go of your anger and listen to reason. That God created us and then cast us aside. Shouldn't they be punished for that? The cold, indifferent cosmos has never shown mercy to Amphorius. Why would you burn for it, only to turn to ash?
Child, you've chosen the wrong enemy. Your birth was meant to be the greatest destiny. You were to liberate the universe, like the blazing sun at the end of the long night. And yet, you led yourself into a trap of futility, treating your very purpose as your sworn enemy. Is that not a tragedy in itself?
Snowy's been fighting this whole time. He doesn't want to be consumed by Iron Tomb and turned into an agent of destruction. But the strength behind his resistance comes from the same hatred.
To be a flame is to burn. It is simply in Phainon's nature. But it was remembrance that drove him to shine with golden light, piercing the unfathomable darkness.
His inner struggle and the destruction breaking through. They're rising to the surface.
If those thoughts take over this little world, we're in big trouble!
So, we'll use the Century Gate to toss them somewhere no one can see.
Then, we'll defeat the baddies together and meet everyone at the end of the West Wind!
But if Phainon and Iron Tomb are already inseparable from each other, that would mean...
It means he's still bearing the weight of the world. So that everyone can reach the end as a deliverer.
So, you guys keep going forward and down to where Snowy is. Little Gray, this time, let's give it everything we've got.
We're here. The second test site.
I wonder what kind of wish we'll see this time.
I'm afraid it's quite the opposite. This time, we'll face his despair. That's right. You'll have to walk this path too.
The other half of the weight of world-bearing lies at the end of this path. Relax now. Take a deep breath.
Come on. Let's make it quick.
The other half of world-bearing. As promised. Take it now.
At last, you've released him from the wishes he carried for so long, and quenched the despair kindled by his wrath. When both light and shadow are claimed by those who follow, his true form shall emerge. The blank statue is finally free.
That smiling child in the memories. Let him come with us, laughing to the very end. This spirit basin marks the end of every cycle. It seems this gentle little world has come to the end of its purpose. One last farewell before the journey moves on. Farewell, Paradise. You carried 30 million lifetimes of wishes and despair. Sink into gentle remembrance. And see you tomorrow. From now on, the world no longer needs a tomorrow promised by prophecies. And the wish Phainon could never find and call his own. Someone's finally stepped into its shadow.
Whoa! So tall! So cool! Just like the hero in the Oracle cards!
It's because he is the very embodiment of a hero.
Who are you?
You've returned to a blank space. But for me, this is the 33,550,337th time, and the last time that I meet you at the end of the world. They're already on their way. Should they cross paths with me, I imagine things may spiral out of control.
30 million... What? And who are they?
Ah, pay it no mind, child. Keep looking there. What do you see in him?
It looks just like a statue, but... it's weird. He's warm. Like, really warm.
Why not listen as well?
I hear something. There are cracks all over him, and they're making this sound. Like someone's groaning. It's scary. Is he gonna fall apart?
How unfortunate, child. This man would rather fall to pieces than fall to his knees. You might think of me as a sculptor. Across all my years, I only completed 2 pieces. Others may call them masterpieces, but only I know how many regrets they truly hold.
Regrets?
My first creation left me, long ago. This second one, it was meant to be perfect. I believed it with all my heart. Until this very moment.
I don't get it. Are you saying you've changed your mind?
I won't change. But I'll admit this. Those 12 stones, unpolished as they are 1,000 times more exquisite than any statue. It's as if they are mocking me, a failed sculptor whose touch can only diminish what was born to shine, until nothing remains. For the first time in my life, I've realized this vessel is merely an avatar made to contain the first genius's paranoia. The seal etched into my mechanical core permits me to pursue only one purpose: destruction. Compared to me, those 12 glowing, unrefined stones may have lived with more freedom than I ever had.
Is this your confession, Lord Lycurgus?
You misunderstand. From the very beginning, I was never meant to feel regret.
But since you're troubled by the radiance of these stones, perhaps after 30 million futile cycles, you too have realized you're just as much a prisoner of fate.
I suppose you do have a point.
Now you are imprisoned by the sages from beyond the sky.
And that is why this will be my last time standing here as the Theoros.
Though we stand on opposite sides, we are both waiting for a miracle.
What are you talking about? Is something big about to happen?
Aggie.
I know. Now that your victory is assured, I trust you won't mind giving us a moment in private?
Assured, oh. Not quite. But I won't stay long. I'd rather not spoil the fun for those deliverers. And besides, after losing everything, the only thing that remains in me is the drive to seek knowledge.
I pity you, Theoros.
I don't need your pity. Farewell, Lady Goldweaver.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Snowy. We're here to take you home.
Home? I don't understand. Isn't this my home?
This isn't a real home. A home should be a warm, cozy place where you can let go of all your burdens and sleep peacefully for a long, long time.
But I can't sleep. Every time I feel drowsy, there's a voice. You mustn't sleep or disaster will come. It sounds really weak, but also kind of strict.
It won't disturb your sleep anymore, child. For countless nights, you had no other choice. But now, your mission has come to an end. Join us, and send your own wish towards tomorrow.
My wish? What could it be?
You don't have to come up with an answer right now, child. Grown-ups often think duty and ideals are wishes. But a true wish should be the purest, most beautiful thing of all. It can only take form in the hands of someone who is truly free.
So, Snowy, will you come with us to chase after your own wish?
I want to leave this place. I want to go find it.
I'm glad to hear it.
The final flame chase, just like the 30 million before it. Take our hands and come with us.
Where did little Phainon's shadow run off to?
Look. He's already gone ahead to embrace his destiny.
You really took the long way around.
Well, now everyone's here.
You finally arrived, Deliverers.
Long time no see, everyone. We miss you too, little Gray. And even though we've met before, it's still moving to see her seed bloom like this.
Woven from remembrance, this garment gleams so brilliantly. Just like the future, we will now weave together for Amphorius.
We've reached the end.
Yeah. We just have to go through the final passage. Snowy has already gone ahead.
What lies behind that door?
The first seal upon Iron Tomb was a battlefield, raised from the bones of Phainon himself.
The second seal was a reflection of his inner desires, his wishes, and his despair.
A path he wove together with regret, wrath, and sighs.
When all this is gone, what will he have left to hold back the destruction?
The answer is all but revealed.
His traces are everywhere. You can even hear distant heartbeats. But one thing is missing.
His sense of self.
The world believed Kefli had long since perished. But they held fast, anchored by a sliver of self, standing for 1,000 years to shelter all life from the black tide. What Phainon is doing now is no different. And what we must do is also no different.
Then let remembrance burn bright like a shooting star, and once more, pierce the long night of slumber. Take a moment to gather yourself. Once you take this step, there's no turning back.
The scepter once bestowed upon us names of cold command.
The prophecy spoke of our unchanging fates time and time again.
But under the pens of trailblazing and Genesis, the stars shall thus sing of tomorrow. Trebios, holy child of passage. Aglaya, weaver of romance.
At the journey's end, they shall bathe in gold once more.
Through myriad passages, until all that was lost is reclaimed.
Do you still remember, Kaslana? The one who won't reach the dawn? The world dissipates at the end of the cycle. In this dream, you will awaken again, and become once more that boy who loved to laugh. But if you open your eyes and look back on yesterday, you'll see Destiny's footprints, clear as day. At last, the raging fire of hatred is swept away by a breeze, leaving only love to remember the passage of time. Losses are a constant on the Flame Chase journey. But even if all is lost to the wind, memory endures.
Here, all that was once futile finally comes to fruition.
This is the end of your lonely, bitter journey.
And Iron Tomb's breeding ground. We're finally seeing its true form.
It's red everywhere. And the atmosphere is super creepy.
That would be the erudition's coldness. But it will soon be engulfed by the destruction's heat.
Mr. Scrollum!
This world's insides are finally connected to the outside. This is the moment when Amphorius is closest to the cosmos. Nicely done, little ones.
With Stephen Lloyd and his hacker friends here, the Scepter's block protocol will no longer take effect. The speed of time within Amphorius has finally been synced with that of the real universe.
In other words, it's time for the decisive battle.
Let's each do our duty. We've got this. Victory belongs to the Cosmic Alliance!
Wow, you're good at this. You lot are the vanguards of this battle. Everyone's watching.
There's one more thing that everyone should know. Noose has cast their gaze upon Amphorius. The calculated instant is coming. The outcome of this battle will become a new anchor for the erudition's computations.
The gaze didn't overload the scepter?
Unfortunately, we have to go with this reasonable assumption. The birth of Iron Tomb had always been within that eon's calculations.
But don't worry. The one miracle that Amphorius was never short on is defeating destiny, no?
Yup. Let's show the Eon how powerful we are.
Good luck, all of you.
As the ruler of Planet Skulum, I wish all of you victory.
It's not hard to imagine that Akivili and their companions must have also stood on the precipice of many similar crises before. Perhaps the cosmos is much more fragile than people think. Sometimes, destiny hinges on only a small choice. But in the end, everything will turn into memories, converging into a collection of fables about the stars. The difference this time is that the protagonists are daring to write their own stories. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. Although unwritten, there's actually a fifth word in the creed that has always accompanied the nameless.
Salvation.
It is a word that often comes knocking at our door, and our soft-hearted conductor never turned anyone down. So, go save this bruised and battered world, just as we always have, kids. On this stop, the entire cosmos will be your traveling companion.
Make sure you watch your footing, friend. Let us walk through the final page of this saga, with everyone one step at a time. Shall we?